Hello students. Now we are going to see to bring changes in Indian society, certain kinds of provisions were made by different governments with the help of constitution's guidelines. So that we have already learned about policy of reservation of seats, the Scheduled Caste Tribes Act, that means prevention of atrocities. In the morning we have learned this. Now we are going to look about provisions for minorities. Who are minorities? The people who are less in number are said as a minorities who belong to a particular religion or else sect. For example, Sikh population is a limited, so that community has been got considered as a community of minorities. In the same manner, Parsis, if we consider, they are also very less in number. So that here in India we have considered Sikhism, next to that is of Jainism, Buddhism, as well as Islam. All such religious people are considered as a less in number, so that those are considered as a minorities. Provisions for minorities. The Indian Constitution has made several provisions for the protection of minorities. The government has adopted several policies for minorities to provide them the opportunities for education and employment. The Indian Constitution prohibits discrimination on the basis of caste, religion, race, language and region. This is a comprehensive provision for minorities which fundamentally protects their right to equality, freedom, right against exploitation and cultural and educational rights. So that provisions provided for minorities help them also to be considered as equal with the others. So that through this provision, these minority communities have gained right to equality, right to education, right to employment, etc. without having any kind of barriers based upon religion, caste or else a section to which they belong. Laws relating to women and provisions for representation. With regard to that of empowerment of women, in your 9th standard you have studied some of the acts which have been got passed in favor of women. So here too you are getting introduced with the 1-2 acts passed in favor of women with the intention of providing them a good opportunity to take part in the development of the country as a whole. In the post-independence period, efforts were made for empowering women. Taking into consideration the problems of women, several policies have been adopted at national and international level to remove illiteracy among women and to make available opportunities for their development. You know very well saying that ancient period itself, women had got considered as a less or weaker than that of a male. So that here in India anyhow male dominated society is to be seen working. As a result, what happened? The other part of the society has been got totally neglected, due to which several kinds of problems were before with this part, that means the women. Men is one part of the society and women are the other part of the society. So that when both are going to be considered as equal and good opportunities are going to be get provided both, then their contribution increases to the nation. But against to this, here we have failed in India to see such kind of opportunities for the other part mean women, due to which it became necessary after getting independence to concentrate even over problems of women and to provide them good opportunities to contribute for the nation. So that from this point of view, several policy programs have been got introduced as well as to protect the right of women. Several acts need to be get introduced and they got introduced. So that the right to have an equal share in the property of the father and husband, Dowry Prohibition Act, Act Against Sexual Harassment, Domestic Violence Prohibition Act are some important provisions which create a favorable environment for protection of freedom of women and securing their development. So that here some acts have been got named, saying that earlier the right to property was completely to that of son of the father, not for the daughter. That means here a kind of discrimination is to be seen, saying that a girl is going to leave the house and enter the other house after getting married. So that earlier laws were not in favor of a girl child to get share in the property of the father. But nowadays here equal share has a right of a equal share in the property of father has been got introduced. Next to that, you know very well, in India very cruel practice of a dowry system was to be experienced. That means Dahej, what we say in Hindi, Varadakshina. So this has become a common practice, and for which several married girls used to leave their life because of the punishments which they were getting from husband as well as a mother-in-law or father-in-law, brother-in-law, etc. When the father of a married girl failed to give said amount of money or else any kind of wealth which he had promised before marriage, then after getting married the girl used to get tortured in her father-in-law's house. So that several ladies have lost their life as they failed to get protected, because during such period here in India laws were not in favor of women. So to protect the life of women it became necessary to introduce some act. As a result, Dowry Prohibition Act got introduced. As a result, today several innocent lives have been got survived. And next to that, Act Against Sexual Harassment. Particularly some of the male officers are looking the female officers or else workers as a means of entertainment, so that while working women were facing problems in the offices. So due to which their two women didn't had freedom as freedom to live as she wants. So that to protect interest of the women, such kind of acts became necessary to be introduced. So that today to a greater extent women feels free to work with her dignity, being equal with that of men. Next to that, Domestic Violence Prohibition Act. In different manners, women used to get tortured at her house for different reasons. So that Domestic Violence Protection Act has helped her to be protected. In any manner, she will be tortured. So that to protect her, these laws have been got introduced now and then. As a result, today we are getting to see that almost all people have started to behave in an educated manner. Earlier, a cruel behavior was to be seen as women didn't had any kind of support of laws or acts. So from this point of view, we can say that education has actually made India to change with its perspective as a whole. So that the favorable environment of environment for protection of freedom of women and securing their development has become possible through these laws. In our country, from the very beginning, women have inadequate representation in politics and political institutions. Many countries in the world have made efforts to increase representation of women. From this perspective, changes are taking place in India as well. The 73rd and 74th Amendment reserved 33% of seats for women in local self-governing institutions. This percentage has been raised to 50% in several states, including Maharashtra. So already we know saying that women actually was hesitating to take part in political matters of the nation. Her political representation was quite less, so that with the intention of making even women to take part there with that of the political conditions of the nation, political institutions of the nation, certain kinds of changes were got brought there with that of the constitution, so that new changes have been got introduced in a constitution. These changes are 73rd and 74th. Accordingly, what happened? 33% of seats were got reserved for women in the local self-governing bodies. That means Zilla Parishad level as well as below that. Here, particularly 77, 66 plus 33% of seats for women in local self-governing institutions have been got kept reserved. So but what happened, some of the states even further made a provision of not only providing or reserving 33% of seats for women to take part, instead 50-50 to such equality to had given importance in reservation, and in which Maharashtra is also included. So here the given chart shows you saying that to what extent representation of women is to be seen in Lok Sabha. 1951-52 means early post-independence period. Excuse me. See, number of women MPs, member of parliaments, 22. That means percentage was only of 4.50. And look about 1980, 28 women's and 28 women and 5.29%. 1996 increased to 40, in between I am reading, 7.37%, and 2014 66, that means 12.15% of representation is to be seen. Actually here it has to be seen with that of a equal level, that is 50-50. Then we can say that to a good number women have participated, but compared to that of 51 to that of 2014, a lot of difference is to be seen with regard to that of participation of women in political field too. Read the chart and answer the following questions. In which election year the number of women MPs is minimum, and in which election year the number of women MPs is a maximum? So that maximum you are getting to see as 66 and minimum is to that of 1977. We are getting to see that only 19 MPs were there in the Lok Sabha. Prepare a pie chart or bar chart with the help of the information given in the chart of the women MPs in the Lok Sabha election. So that XY axis, over that you have to mention years, as well as next to that the help of the scale Y axis is to be going to be marked from lowest to highest values, and after that finding out the value representation you can mark over, and a bar chart will be get prepared. And in the same manner pie chart also, pie chart to prepare you have to convert the values, then only it will become able to be written. Converting values into degrees will help you to write the pie chart. What do you think? The visibility to women is very low in public life. If family structure, social surrounding, economic sector, political sphere become more open, women will get a chance to participate in the decision making process that can provide a different direction to politics. For this purpose, women's participation should be increased in the representative institutions. So, what is your idea about all this? It's true, saying that women need to take participation in every sphere, then only her representation will help to show a increased representation of women in every field.